Next time when you poop, let me know.
What are you gonna do? Come in here and spray me down?
What? So she gonna come here and spray him like the hose of the fireman, just spraying the man off. I'm like, dude, have some boundaries. She squirted him in what with the what? James and Tata are a little too close for comfort. I'm not gonna lie, but hey, they've been apart for a long time. Let them have their fun, I guess. But we'll get to that. But first, comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Make sure you share with your friends. I definitely appreciate all the support. 800 is here. We're aiming for that 1,000. Let's get it there.
Are going to be staying at a hotel for at least 2 nights. Obviously, we haven't seen each other in about a month and 7 days. So we definitely want to be able to get really close, probably a few times, actually touch each other.
No, you think? Okay, shocker. Husband and wife have been apart for a month and a half or a month and a week, and they want to get close. The interesting thing about this is just he's like a little kid going into it. But hey, he's excited, so I don't besmirch him at all. Do your thing, brother. I know you're happy to be there, so hey, can't be mad at him for that. But it does get interesting as we go on with their reunion, and they definitely got some hard things they gotta go about with this too, and telling her parents that they've moved there forever, perhaps. Happy times, happy reunion.
This is so nice.
Interesting,
so
though.
Oh my gede banget.
Big house. Different cultures, I'm sure, but her dad's really rubbing his leg there.
I'm working so hard.
Now, he's just happy he's there, I'm sure.
I see, I know.
This is right.
You always.
Now, I'm sure he's just happy they're there and everything like that, of course, but it's just kind of like, you know, if you're over here and someone starts rubbing your leg, you're like, yeah, dude, hi. Push him away a little bit, but clearly they're happy to see him. They're very fond of this guy. How they're going to feel after they expose the fact that they're moving here, moving in with them, and they got to figure out an income because remember, according to Tata, the parent or the family doesn't get paid to work for the banana chip place. So now they got to work on selling bags of chips to people. That's going to be a problem.
Almost done.
Almost done? Almost.
So this
Every kid that come home.
This is the room that apparently they can stay in, or, you know, because all the kids have a room they can stay in. I think he's a little confused right off the bat of, like, when, like, because they're not supposed to know that they're coming to live there.
They can pick the room they want.
For a visit?
Yeah, see?
For a visit
He almost blew it right there.
or for just for stay.
Okay. Like, brush it off. But then again, at the same time, she's telling him in English. They don't speak English, so they don't really know what she's saying. But he almost blew it had they said anything in the Indonesian language, so this is not going to be a good conversation. But then they decide to go get their alone time, and they're in a hotel room enjoying themselves, but they have some interesting ways they go about things, terms they use, and a closeness that is interesting, to say the least.
My first night here in Indonesia was great, but I definitely feel we could have gotten more sleep.
What does that mean?
It was great. I just like to know him.
She likes to annoy him. Look, he's like a
I like
kid,
when you annoy me.
Look at the Chester Cheetah grin.
Annoying is our word for
What?
making love.
Okay, surprising no one ever. Like, the fact that he feels like he has to explain this to all of the people watching is interesting. That's our word. Yeah, dude, we get it. All right, annoy, which, all right, but hey, to each their own. The interesting thing is how they deal with the bidet situation.
I got things down there. If I spray, it's gonna hit. Like,
Hold it. Stop.
okay, so now I'm supposed to reach down, grab everything, pull it up,
Explaining.
and then spray.
Yeah. Next time when you poop, let me know.
What are you gonna do? Come in here and spray me down?
What? So she gonna come here and spray him like the hose of the fireman, just spraying the man off. I'm like, dude, have some boundaries. But I guarantee that she would probably do, all right, come on, I'll get it clean for you. I mean, listen, it's great being close with your significant other, but you gotta have boundaries somewhere. I mean, come on. At least close the door and don't be involved in each other's bathroom habits. But To each their own, I guess.
I had every intention to come here with at least $10,000 in the bank. And you know, that would have lasted us at least 2 years. But our car, before we left, broke down.
Okay, all right. Before we left, the car broke down. Okay, but you're leaving forever. Keep that in mind.
And we ended up getting stuck with an $8,000 bill.
Good. Listen, I don't know how much your car is worth, but you put it in the shop and say it broke down. They say it's going to be $8,000 and say, I'm going to go elsewhere. What, you know you're leaving forever. Now, I think I understand his logic.
It wiped us out. On top of that, we still owe money on the vehicle as well.
And that is probably the logic. He probably thought, I'm going to pay $8,000 and then I'm going to be able to sell it and then at least pay for the repair costs and recoup some. I don't know how much the car is, used car, whatever. And if it's having some major mechanical issues, $8,000, you're talking like engine replacement or something. So I don't know how old it is to do that and how much the car would be worth. But you are wishful thinking to think you're going to put $8,000 into it and then be able to sell it, get your money back, pay off your loan, and do all these things that you have. So the smart decision in that moment would be take it in there, get your diagnostic. You pay about $100. They tell you, yeah, it's going to be $8,000 for repairs. And I say, I'll go out to have it towed to the junkyard and junk it and then just have to pay the payment, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, now you wiped out your $10,000 savings and you're stuck with he said $700 a month. That means that car is probably, when he bought it, you know, $50,000, $60,000 would be my guess. So bad decisions when you're leaving the country. So I don't know. And this kind of goes to that childlike persona he has. He's a little immature. And I think maybe he had that wishful thinking of it's going to happen instead of thinking with the forethought of, well, I need to think the plan through because it may not happen that way and there might be better options. Most likely. Either way, for them, they have mountains to overcome because even though they seem like the most actually caring couple and they might actually care about each other, they love each other, whatever, they still have to cope with the fact that they don't have money. They don't have a way to make money. They're going to stay with the parents, but the parents don't know yet. And they're in a whole separate country. And the whole idea that she is putting forth is that we can sell the banana chips and make a commission, which is pennies on the dollar. It's nothing. But, and I understand, the cost of living is going to be cheaper. It still may not be enough to live. And he's talking about you have to pay the $700 car payment. Good Lord, man, you got some stuff to overcome. But we will see. I mean, if any of them have a chance to love conquers all this, it might be them. So, to be determined. Sarper and Shekinah are always an interesting bunch because they are always dealing with some sort of controversy, fighting, whatever. They can't seem to get on the same page, and yet they're probably one of the most entertaining to watch. So, Shekinah went and met with the ex-girlfriend. It seems like, to me, that she might be just trying to get this out there to be on TV or something. I don't know. Maybe there's some truth to the story. There's probably a little bit. But either way, it obviously caused some tension again. So now they're dealing with the aftermath of that.
Told me to meet up with him at a furniture store. I've been asking Sarper to get me a vanity for months. And it feels like he's finally doing it today because he's concerned about what I've learned from Noor.
Yes. I mean, I don't know about concern about what you've learned. I mean, he knows the truth and he knows that there's probably a little bit, she's probably over exaggerating, but there's probably some truth to it. And he's dealing with the fact that now it could be a giant fight. So yes, his go-to is, let me see if I can soften the blow a bit. So he's like, yeah, let's go furniture shopping. So there's a little bit of truth to that. I also think that the girl coming there wasn't exactly the most honest and forthcoming either. So give or take, you know.
Did you ever tell her you love her?
Never. She said that
face.
I say
She
I
did.
love.
She said that you told her that you loved her.
That's cringe.
It's a joke.
Okay, so his reaction, and she says the same thing, doesn't scream honesty. However, it could be uncomfort. It could be that there's some truth to it, but at the same time, you know, he doesn't really want to talk about it. Who knows? The fact is he's saying he absolutely did not say he loved her. It could have been a situation of her saying, I love you. And to Shekinah's credit, she asked him later that, you know, she said, I love you. Did you say me too? Because you sometimes say that. He could have said something like that, and he's trying to downplay what he did for sure. This was all before Shekinah, sure. But at the same time, it kind of leads to that honesty issue, right? Because now he's kind of leading to a little bit of distrust there, and is he telling the truth, is he not, even if it's his past life, and she's kind of questioning that. So it's not going to help their relationship. I think it's overblown by the ex-girlfriend, but yet some of his reactions don't exactly help it that much either.
From now on, you know,
Yeah.
I'm going to be faithful to you.
Yeah. I said
But
it
I thought you were
directly.
already being faithful to me. And I wasn't seeing other people because of that.
So this is the other problem, is that there was a period of time when they started talking, and then she came, I guess, the second time to visit, and at that point he said, okay, now I'm completely committed, or whatever he said to her, and she's like, but I was the whole time. So could it have been a miscommunication? Sure. Could it have been him just being like, all right, I did some things, so let's start fresh? Yeah, so obviously there is that mistrust issue here. She's talking about a bunch of stuff that happened early on, but this is the problem with distrust, is it brings up everything from the past, and it doesn't help a relationship, but it's something you have to work past as a couple. Hopefully, if they're going to stay together, they can, but the problem with being on a TV show and being in the public is she is never going to stop getting messages from exes. Like, if he's really even touched half of the women he claims to have slept with, then it's going to be never ending, because it's people who, you know, maybe there's a few genuine people in there, but there's also a lot that just want their 15 seconds, you know, or 15 minutes, whatever, of fame. So we will see.
Totally careless as you know. But I changed totally. I mean, as a person, I transformed to a lovey-dovey, fluffy bun, you know?
I transformed to a lovey-dovey, fluffy bun. Now, that's a transformation right there. Look, he may have plenty of faults. He may be, you know, I think he's changed a lot, but there may still be some things there. But it's hard not to like the entertainment value of this guy. I mean, it's like them as a couple is just entertaining, and he's funny. Now, is he gonna hurt her? There's a good chance, if he hasn't already. But this kind of stuff does make me laugh. What can I say?
Once upon a time, before you, I was a cock.
What? What did he say?
I was a cock.
Okay.
I was a cock before you. And right now, I transformed into a peacock. I mean, with my feathers.
This is why they're together, and this is why it continues on, because of stuff like that. The entertainment value, the fact that he can make her laugh. Look, I've said this numerous times. The value of a man that can make, you know, his significant other laugh is immensely valuable. Like, and I don't mean try, I just mean just being funny, being able to have a good time is what it translates into. It's huge. Now, in their case, I hope he's really different. I really do. So it doesn't translate into false sense of security, and then it ends up her letting her guard down, getting hurt again. No one wants that. But, you know, laughter, you know, being able to enjoy each other's company without just everything being serious and hurtful all the time is very valuable. Now, Statler and Dempsey just continue to be like, what the heck? Like, of all the couples, I gotta say, like, is just, she's just awful most of the time. Like, I mean, everything is, I'm miserable because of this, and then these are the reasons why, so you shouldn't judge me because I have all ADHD, anxiety, and recently autism I've noticed I've had. Like, every time it's hitting with a reason, instead of just being like, okay, if you don't want to do something, don't do it. She keeps complaining about the whole living in a van thing, but yet she's the one that's going over there. She never had to agree to it. If you want to live in your comfort bubble, stay over in the United States. But now you're going to make everyone miserable because you're going to complain about how, oh, my anxiety, when I don't know how bad her anxiety is, but a lot of people have anxieties, and it's just life, and you deal with it. And if you're too uncomfortable, you don't deal with it. You don't go do something. Instead, now it's like she's going to claim she's doing it for love, when in reality, she's just going to be miserable the whole time. So why are you there?
After about 10 hours on the plane, I'm finally across the pond. and I've spent most of the flight panicking about what I'm doing.
So just one more flight.
Every time. Every time. The whole flight I was panicking about what I'm doing, and then the whole time she's been talking about what she's doing, but yet she's still doing it. Look, I do not have anything against this girl, but the problem is at some point you either have to decide I'm going to be okay and give this a fighting shot, or I'm not going to be okay and I'm not going to do it. Either way, if you're going in and you don't want to do it, but you're just doing it because I don't really know why. You don't really seem like you say like, oh yeah, I like her and she's got a nice butt. That's about the most positive thing she said, for real, that she's nice. But why are you there? Like, what, is this just an impulse control thing? Because that's something you definitely need to work out if it is. Oh, they're finally going to see each other. Oh, it's so nice. Hey, what? Yikes. Like, what? What reaction was that? Look. Oh my gosh, look at her face. Wow. That is awful. Like, you're supposed to be moving with the person you love, and you're going to be going off and doing this whole van life thing, and you're just like, hey, not even a smile. Like, I understand flying is taxing, and she uses it as an excuse, but you're just lying. Like, you're just showing it all over your face, and you don't care who sees it, and then you're lying about, oh, I'm just tired. Lady, you have no business being there. Come on, let's be honest.
Less I have to carry, so I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
Lost a bag.
Yay, I'm here.
Oh my gosh. Like, what the hell? Like, she doesn't even hide it. Like, even the sarcastic, yay, I'm here. Like, everything leading up into this, she's trying to make it seem like, I don't want to do this, and I don't know why she's saying this, and I didn't agree to sell my car. And then she's like, you absolutely did. And she's like, oh yeah, I forgot. So this is like, I don't believe a thing that comes out of Statler's mouth. And in fact, if she is this negative, one of two things. Either it's just not a circumstance she wants to be in, and that's fine, but don't be in it. Or she needs some serious help with some therapy or something to work on some of the depression and some of the anxiety she's got, in which case, do it, but this is not a situation you're ready to be in. Either way, you have no business being there, and this is going to crash and burn in the train wreck of all train wrecks.
I don't have energy to smile right now. Like, I just don't.
Even
What?
if my battery level was so low, I would still be excited to see you. I would still want to hug you and, smile and be like...
Exactly. Her thing is she's like, well, you don't even seem happy to see me, which clearly, it's like she's not even trying to hide it, really. It's all over her face. So you're not even happy to see me, and you could smile or something. I mean, no, she said she's so tired that she can't even smile. Like, what? Like, I understand being tired. Trust me, I get being tired. But I mean, if I had not seen someone I really wanted to see in a long time and I saw him, I'd smile no matter how tired I was. This is just an excuse. She's pouting is what she is. This is passive-aggressive BS that she's doing right now. And Dempsey makes a point. She's like, I would at least smile. I mean, I've been tired. She's traveled all over the world. I'm sure she's been dead tired before. Like, this is just an excuse, and everything with Statler is excuse after excuse after excuse. It's ridiculous.
If this is how she's acting on day one, I really don't know if we're going to work.
It's not. It's not going to work at all. I mean, the fact is, she said that this whole process, she's claimed to want to be a part of it, but then doesn't really want to do anything, and she's been on board with the van thing, but she doesn't want to be a part of actually planning and all that kind of stuff. So now it's like, now she just wants to, lay there and wants to go to a hotel room when this has been the whole plan the whole time. And just like, what the hell is going on? I mean, this would be a shock to the system. Although, to take away from Dempsey, which she deserves a little credit, or, doesn't deserve credit, whatever you want to say, a little bit of negative feedback for her is, she's been this way the whole time. Why are you still mad? What did you think was going to happen? You know that she doesn't like this crap. So I don't know why she's doing it, but you have this picture of y'all going off and having this fun stuff, and I get it. That sounds great, and she's agreed to do it, but the attitude doesn't match what she's saying. So it's going to be miserable for you, and this whole life experience that you wanted is going to be a big problem.
Don't let me take it from me. I'm not in charge of your happiness. You're in charge of your happiness. Let me be in charge of my misery.
What the hell?
I'm enjoying it just fine, thank you.
Oh my God. F off. And I'm not in charge of your happiness. You're in charge of your happiness. I'm in charge of my misery. Lady, well then you can control it, right? So what's the issue here? Or you just want to wallow in your self-pity? Because that's what this is. Statler is wallowing in self-pity. That's all it is. You don't have to be there. Y'all don't have to be doing this. Y'all don't have to be a couple. You could have been in your bubble back in the United States, but you decided to do this, and now you're wallowing in it. Accountability is huge, and so many people don't take accountability for anything, and it's ridiculous. And this is just, it's going to be the spectacular train wreck that it is. It just is. So we will see how it all plays out, but to be determined. We will get to all the other couples as they come up the next time. I appreciate the support. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, share with your friends. We are at 800 subscribers, aiming for that 1,000. I appreciate all the support, and I will see y'all next time.